Hi everybody, it's Hannah again from Fit Swansea, and I'm going to talk to you today about some simple ways that you can add more movement into your day. Just really easy ways to introduce a little bit of movement and a little bit of creative thinking into your day as well, both of which can help to motivate you out of those kind of slumpy feelings that we all get from time to time. The first idea for getting you moving is to just move for 5 minutes. Literally just set yourself the goal of not stopping, and you can be doing anything. You can be pottering around the house, tidying up, putting things away. If you're out and about somewhere, you can just set yourself the challenge of not sitting down for 5 minutes and moving around. Now, for some of you, this might seem an awful lot like what life feels like anyway. So I'm only suggesting this to people who feel a little bit like they've been sat down too much today. Very simply, getting up and challenging yourself to stay moving for 5 minutes can stop you from feeling that kind of slumpy, tired feeling that we all get when we're sort of sat down for a long time, and just give you a bit of an energy boost, a bit of a body wake up and a brain wake up, and it really can make you feel a lot better. It doesn't matter what you're doing, but don't stand still. That's the key element. So just keep moving one way or another, even if you're just fidgeting from side to side, like I started doing then. Even if you're just fidgeting, walking back and forth in whatever room you're in, it really doesn't matter. Just try and keep moving. So that's idea number one. The second idea is to give yourself the challenge of getting up and down from a chair or the floor as many times as you can, and in as many interesting and creative ways as you can, if you fancy adding that element to it, in 5 minutes. So this is what I actually give to my clients instead of burpees, because I hate burpees. Nearly everyone hates burpees. Why do things you hate? So what I say to people is, I just want you to get down flat on the floor and then back to a standing position and back down again. Each time that's 1 rep. We're going to do it in this instance for an amount of time, so for 5 minutes. And you can do this if your mobility is limited and you find it hard to get up and down from the floor. You can do it from a chair, and you can literally just get up and down from the chair for 5 minutes. That's absolutely fine, and also quite a tiring challenge to give yourself. Or you can make it more interesting, try and find different ways to get up and down, play around with getting up with one leg. If you're doing the floor version, give yourself the challenge of getting all the way flat to the floor and all the way up into a standing position. But how you do that is up to you, and again, you can vary it a lot by coming up with daft ways. One of the reasons I'm suggesting a slightly creative way of looking at movement as a challenge is because it makes it much easier to include children, and I know that a lot of you may have children at home, and also it makes it much less boring, and in some ways makes it feel much less like exercise. And you'll probably end up using a lot more muscles and joints in your body than you would if I just said to you to do 100 squats in 5 minutes. I would never do that to you. So that's the second challenge. That's the next level of challenge. The third challenge I'm going to give you is for people who like more structure and also who have done a bit more exercise and have got some exercises in their heads that they are quite confident doing. So for that, I would say pick 3 or 4 exercises, choose a number of times to do them, and then do that round and round for 5 minutes and see how many rounds you can fit into the 5 minutes. So this is the most difficult movement challenge I'm setting today, the one that's going to get your heart rate up the most. You'll have the ability to push yourself. You can pick things you really enjoy. If you think, do you know what, I'm not really feeling the idea of exercising today, pick things that you like doing. So I would probably choose squats, lunges and incline push-ups, something that I knew I could maintain for the 5 minutes, and I would do those 10 times each. So I do 10 squats, 5 lunges to each side, so 10 lunges overall, and then 10 incline push-ups, back to the squats. And then just see how many times you can do that. If you get tired and you start needing to take a break, just take the minimum amount of break that you need to complete your set, and then crack on with the next exercise. So it's going to get slower as you go through the 5 minutes. But if you don't stop moving for the whole 5 minutes and you keep attempting to complete more rounds, you are going to find that you've actually had a really great workout after 5 minutes. If you're doing this version, try and choose some leg exercises and some upper body exercises. We never like to leave the upper body out. A lot of people aren't so confident with upper body training, but it's really important to fit some of that in as well. You could choose some core exercises, provided they're the kind of ones that kind of get your whole body involved. So were you to do something like plank would be quite a good choice, mountain climbers would be another good choice. That's fine to add those in, but something like crunches, a bit less so, just because it's not going to help with keeping your heart rate up quite as much. But pick things that you enjoy, that you know well, and that you feel confident doing on your own, and just see how many times it is you can fit those into 5 minutes. So idea number 1 is just to keep moving. Idea number 2 is to get up and down from the floor as much as you can. And idea number 3 is to give yourself the challenge of doing as many rounds of a few favourite exercises as you can in 5 minutes. You've got to go with your energy levels on the day. So if it doesn't serve you to push yourself, don't do it. And if it does, if it makes you feel energised, if it means you can go on with your day feeling a bit more energetic, then that's perfect. So I hope you enjoy these movement challenges. I would absolutely love to see photos of you doing them, videos, or to hear about how they went and see how they affected your day. That would be really wonderful. And I hope you've enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time.